Now to Tropical Storm Cindy, where heavy rains and high winds are slamming the North Gulf Coast. The storm, according to the Baldwin County Sheriff's Office in Alabama, has killed a 10-year-old boy after he was hit by a log that washed in a storm surge caused by Cindy. 17 million people across from East Texas to the Florida Panhandle could be affected. The National Weather Service says the life-threatening storm weakened slightly. Our Don Champion is following the storm. He joins us now from Biloxi, Mississippi. Don, describe for us the conditions right where you're at right now.
Certainly within the past 15 minutes, Rena, we did start to see some of those stronger bands of rain move into this part of the Mississippi Gulf Coast. A drier air had persisted in this area for much of the day, preventing some of the rain. But officials are now concerned that another 8 inches of rain could fall in this area. Just north of where I'm standing in the town of Wiggins, 8 inches of rain has already fallen there. So there's a major concern about flash flooding in this region. And all day today, governors from Alabama to Louisiana have been warning people to not drive through floodwaters when they do see them. Back behind me, that is the Gulf there. You can see that the winds are just whipping up plenty of waves here all day today. We did start to see some folks coming out here just to take in the sight, but once that rain started falling again, they left out of here. It's been very much business as usual, if you will, among many of the locals here. They are keeping track of the weather forecast here and keeping watch on Cindy, but they aren't, I would say that they've been through stronger storms, and so they aren't as worried as they were perhaps with other storms like Hurricane Katrina more than a decade ago, but they are watching the storm very closely, Rena.
Yeah, incredibly hard to forget Hurricane Katrina. We do know, Don, a 10-year-old boy from Alabama was killed after being struck by a log from a storm surge. Do you get the sense that people are taking this seriously?
They're definitely taking it seriously, and certainly that tragedy in Alabama highlights one of the big concerns of officials in this area with all of the saturated ground in this region and then the winds of 40 to 50 miles an hour blowing in this region. There is a serious concern about falling trees and limbs, and certainly that tragic death of that 10-year-old boy highlights that. But certainly people are taking this storm seriously, and they are alert.
Don, the governor of Louisiana has declared a state of emergency. What's the biggest concern for the storm right now?
Certainly in that region, it will continue to be the flash flooding, and we do know that with that declaration made by the governor there this morning, that the state did start to get together some of their high water vehicles in case they are needed to perform any rescues throughout the rest of the storm. Also, helicopters have been put on standby there. But again, with another 8 inches of rain possible in this area, flash flooding will be a major threat even after Cindy makes landfall sometime tomorrow. Even cities as far north as Little Rock, Nashville, and Memphis could see the potential of flooding. Cindy could dump up to 5 inches of rain on those areas.
Don Champion in Biloxi, Mississippi. Thank you, Don.